A new report from a Senate committee says the security failures during the July 13th assassination attempt on Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, were preventable. The report from the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee outlines 5 key failures of the Secret Service on that day, including a lack of communication about a suspicious person at the rally. The report details how one countersniper saw law enforcement officers running with their guns drawn towards the shooter. But for at least 3 minutes after the shooter was first spotted, Donald Trump remained an open target. CBS News national security contributor and former Assistant Secretary for Counterterrorism at the Department of Homeland Security, Sam Vinograd, joins me now. Sam, what surprised you most about the findings in this report?
Well, John, really 2 big surprises. The first is, having worked so closely with the U.S. Secret Service for several years, I was shocked to read in this report that many of the agents interviewed failed to take responsibility for what happened that day. The lack of individual responsibility during the interviews by the committee as part of this report was truly shocking. And second, having been involved with the Secret Service and operational planning, I was also shocked that the basic security playbook for securing protectees at large, pre-planned outdoor gatherings really was thrown in the wastebasket here. The basic tenets of operational security planning were not implemented starting on July 3rd when this site was picked, all the way through the advance process, and then carrying through the actual day of this campaign rally. And so the basic foundational blocks of security planning, the basic playbook, were not implemented here.
And when you read that, Sam, did you think, wow, they didn't even have the basics? There is a fundamental problem here? Or did you think this was just a series of bad screw-ups related to this one July 13th event?
Reading this report and listening to Acting Director Ron Rowe and reading the findings from the U.S. Secret Service's own mission assurance review, it is clear that the basic critical infrastructure needed to secure these kinds of events was lacking for this event and ostensibly, potentially, for others prior to it. The U.S. Secret Service has said that they have implemented changes. But John, as a security professional, I can tell you that without a clear command and control structure, without a clear set of communications, without a comprehensive initial police briefing with all law enforcement partners, and without requisite training and resources, protective missions are really doomed for failure. So it does appear that there are systemic issues within the Secret Service, and I was heartened to hear Acting Director Ron Rowe take responsibility and pledge to mitigate them.
I want to ask you now about another set of threats related to former President Trump. His campaign has been briefed by intelligence officials on threats from Iran. How does that strike you, that news?
Wholly unsurprising that the Trump campaign continues to be briefed about threats to Mr. Trump by Iran. I worked with the Secret Service, the FBI, and others on Iranian threats to Mr. Trump and other former Trump administration officials, based upon, in large part, Mr. Trump's decision to assassinate Qasem Soleimani in Iran during Mr. Trump's administration. It is wholly unsurprising that these threats are ongoing to Mr. Trump's physical safety. And the U.S. Secret Service has to factor in threats from countries like Iran to Mr. Trump, as well as lone actors and small groups of individuals here in the United States that may be activated to try to harm him. And so the U.S. Secret Service is facing a complex and fluid threat environment, and they're having the resources they need to do their jobs, as well as the systemic mitigation measures that we just discussed, John, in place to mitigate any failures is really crucial in this threat environment.
Sam Vinograd, thank you very much, Sam.
Thanks.